might be crazy for this one. I'm overwhelmed. And this cover is... What? Oh my god. I heard Haley... I forgot her name. I want to say it's Bieber, but it's not because it's clearly Justin Bieber's wife. Doesn't that sound like heartbreaking? This is not going to end well. Okay. Technically, summer doesn't end until September. So that's what we're going to run with because this is a good possibility. At least a lot of these are. Let me just preface, I like to go into books as blind as possible. I'm very influenced when it comes to buying books and purchasing them, but I like to go into as blind as possible. I also have horrible memory, so I probably knew about this synopsis when I bought them, and then since then, we have forgot. It's the overall vibe is what I feel like I'm going to gravitate towards this summer, so let's go ahead and get started. The first book is Mary Jane by Jessica Anya Blau. I want to read this book because the cover looks like summer. From my understanding, it is a girl who is a nanny for this family, and she doesn't really have a good at-home life. And so, yeah, I'm excited, I'm curious. And it just looks like it gives all the summer vibes. I'm pretty sure Destiny Sidwell loves this because it's set in the 70s. So the next book I have is Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. Well, this is her debut novel, I'm pretty sure. And I don't remember much as I've literally had this book since, when was this published? 2017. I probably got it in 2017. Let's see. She struggles with social skills, me, and tends to say exactly what she's thinking, not me. Nothing is missing in her carefully timetabled life where weekends mostly consist of frozen pizza, vodka, and phone chats with Mummy. I do love me an alcoholic beverage on the weekend, and I do love frozen pizza. Can't complain there. But everything changes when Eleanor meets Raymond, the bumbling IT guy from her office whose big heart will ultimately help Eleanor find a way to repair her own profoundly damaged one. So it looks like there's a romance. I love to see that. And the blurb also is, this is a Reese book club. I didn't even notice that. Wow, I'm literally oblivious. Yeah, I feel like if it was a Reese's book club pick, it has to be good. So... that was so long for what? Okay, Meant for Me by Tay Marley. This is an ARC that I got when I worked at Barnes & Noble. I have one other one in here that got waterlogged. It says, an emotional page-turning romance for fans of Colleen Hoover. Now, I'm not saying I'm a Colleen Hoover stan, but I've read a couple of them, and I have enjoyed them. They're really quick. I don't really understand all the hate and, like, the whole turning her books around at Target. Like, I don't understand that. I enjoyed Verity. It was kind of twisted. Regretting You is my favorite book by her. Reminders of Him made me cry. It Ends with Us was a good book, but needs to be portrayed accurately. Didn't read It Starts With Us. I don't really have an interest, but I will be watching the movie when it comes out. So, anyways, sometimes you have to run away to find yourself. Reeling from a sudden loss of her older sister, her only family, Addie Mae flees to Los Angeles without a plan or a destination and ends up in Georgetown, Texas. Lost and alone, she's taken in some kind of local ranchers, and there she meets farmhand Zach Ryan, who cuts through the grief and pain by showing Addie that she is something to live for. I feel like if I need an emotional read, this is going to be the one I pick. The next book I want to read is Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan. I would literally just watch the Bookmarked podcast episode yesterday, and I'm pretty sure Destiny said that the G is silent. I cannot confirm nor deny, so I'm just going to say Monaghan because there is a G. Could be silent. I don't know. I apologize. I am about 100 pages into this. I'm enjoying it. It's really quick. I am enjoying the pace of this book and the writing style and how short they are. So I am intrigued to pick up Nora Goes Off Script because it's been getting a lot of discussion and talk lately. And then she also has another one that comes out, or it just came out actually. It should have been a couple days ago. Summer Romance. They look like they're going to be the perfect summer reads. So nothing too emotionally gripping, as I just finished talking about Meant for Me. And I think they are going to be a great palette cleanser. The next book I have is Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. Side note, I filmed an unboxing and she literally shared it on her story, which was the coolest thing in the entire world. So I feel actually seen. Like sometimes someone replies to your comment and you feel seen or validated. I've literally been seen by Bryn Weaver. I think that is just so cool. Is it a summer read? Probably not, but it is a new release and I do plan to read this, so I am including it in this video. I absolutely loved Butcher and Blackbird. I just loved the male main character and how much he loved the female main character, Sloane. And so I'm very excited to follow I think it's the sister and contract killer. He has to marry her and they can't stand each other. One thing about me, I love forced proximity. I love marriage of convenience. Yeah, but the ending of Butcher and Blackbird was literally insane. So I'm really hoping this picks up a little bit right where that one left off. And this cover is stunning. I love the color of the cover. Off to the races. Who doesn't want a little country romance, right? I'm pretty sure she's like a city girl who goes to a small town. Steamy. It's Elsie Silver. Can we just acknowledge that? Yeah, I love it. And the font, kind of big. So we love her. I definitely want to start this series. And I love these covers for some reason. They seem very antique-y. And yeah, totally excited for that one. 28 Summers by Ellen Hilderbrand. Need I say more? Need I say more? It's an Ellen Hilderbrand book. It will be my first Ellen Hilderbrand book. I'm so excited. And from my understanding, you literally get perspective and timelines from each summer. And I just love that. I am very excited for it. So I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit of right person, wrong time. But I am excited to finally understand the hype about Ellen Hilderbrand's writing. King of Pride by Anna Huang. I want to just finish this series. I want to get the Twisted series. That series is very hit or miss. Same with this one, but King of Sloth just came out and I really want to catch up and get that. So I have King of Pride on my Summer TBR because I love me a romance. I like how quick the chapters are. I love the dual point of view. And then this one is about Kai and Isabella. Kai is reserved, controlled, and proper to a fault. And Isabella is bold, impulsive, and full of life. She's his opposite in every way and the greatest temptation he's ever known. Yeah. I just want to read it. Need I say more? You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hoggle. I think she has a couple other books, maybe one that just came out recently, but I'm pretty sure Larry Reads has recommended this book, and it says, when your nemesis also happens to be your fiance, happily ever after becomes a lot more complicated in this wickedly funny lovers to enemies to lovers romantic comedy debut. Yeah, I am so excited. I mean, look at the cover. I love me some fake marriage of convenience. Come on. Say You'll Be Mine. Again, this is an ARC that I picked up. It got so waterlogged, so I might have to pick up the audio version of this. I mean, it's not horrible. It's readable for sure, but it's just kind of stiff and literally waterlogged. I don't know what this is about. Oh, it's right here. A teacher with big dreams joins forces with a no-nonsense engineer to survive an ex's wedding and escape matchmaking pressure from their Indian families. Their plan, faking an engagement. Can you see the trend of me? I literally love it. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. I just feel like it's going to be great. And to be frank, I haven't read a lot of Indian perspective writing, and so I am very excited to read a new author and a new twist on a fake marriage, fake engagement, forced proximity trope. Yeah, I'm so excited. I read the Natural series by her and absolutely loved it, so I am so excited to start this. I feel like it's just going to be a perfect whodunit. Is that even the right thing? Secret passages, elaborate riddles, billions at stake, let the games begin. All I know is that she inherits a bunch of money from some random older man. She has no idea who he is, and in order to accept the inheritance, she has to live in the household for a year, and there's a love triangle. That's all I know. And I'm excited to get into this universe. Book lovers. This is the only book I haven't read, and I swore I thought I did, but apparently I didn't. And so I've heard very mixed things. A lot of people find this one to be their least favorite. I am an only child, so I won't understand the big sister that everyone says they enjoy about this book. So I can't talk there, but I am a book lover, and I am excited to read this. One summer, two rivals, a plot twist they didn't see coming. I like to go into it blind, so it literally says one summer, two rivals. It is summertime, and I want to read this. I should just preface that I do have Funny Story on my Kindle, which I do plan to read. I know, I feel like I'm the only person who hasn't read it yet. I'm like 20% in, and it's not clicking. So I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt, and I don't know if it's actually the book or if it's just the mood I was in May. So I do plan to read Funny Story. I do want to finish the Knock 'Em Out series with Things We Left Behind. This is about Lucian and I think Sloane. Am I tripping? Yeah, it's Lucian and Sloane. Sloane is the librarian, I'm 90% sure. And Lucian is like the mean bad guy. And I've heard such mixed things about this book, which has really put me off on finishing it. I do love the cover though of all of these, but this one has like shiny lettering. She's a chunker, like all of the books are. I feel like Lucy Score is just the queen of chunky, long, drawn-out stories, but I love them. I loved Things We Never Got Over and all the things we had from the light. Yeah, I loved them. So I am very excited, intrigued, but hesitant to read this. Yeah, Sloane is a small-town librarian. Bonded by an old, dark secret from their past and their current mutual disdain, Sloane Walton trusts Lucian about as far as she can throw his designer-suited body. Wildfire by Hannah Grace. I said that I wanted to read these in order because I'm pretty sure the characters from the first book make a cameo in this, but I did not read Icebreaker during the hockey season. Is it still hockey season? Yeah, so I missed the opportunity because NHL ended in April, so it is no longer hockey season. So I want to read Icebreaker during the hockey months. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and read Wildfire because it's basically an interconnected standalone series. So these characters are kind of brought up in Icebreaker. You don't need to read it beforehand, and they basically, I think, have one steamy night and then they go their separate ways, never talk to each other again, or intend to never talk to each other again, but they end up being camp counselors together for one summer. Forced proximity. Yeah, that's all I need to know. It only takes one spark. It only takes one person to recommend me a book. So, and I've also heard that it's not as spicy as Icebreaker, so I'm curious to know the spice level in this one to then go back to the first book and see the difference. Yep. Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home. I am quickly, I feel like, going through this series. I read Magnolia Parks in May. I just finished Daisy Hates a couple days ago. I needed a full business day. Like, I haven't read basically since, and it's genuinely because I honestly don't want to go back into the Magnolia point of view. I want to continue Daisy Hates and Christian and Julian, and I want to know that timeline. But then at the same time, Magnolia Parks left off on a cliffhanger, so now I'm excited to go back. Anyways, I absolutely adore, love, obsess. I feel very, like, I just can't explain it, but I love Jessa Hastings' writing, and I'm so excited to read this one. I'll wear it like a badge of honor forever that he loved me first and that he loved me at all. I feel like this one might cause pain. This one might cause pain. It's also pretty chunky. It's 591 pages. I almost get a 600-page book in this universe. Yeah. Count me freaking in. I am so excited. I definitely have to read. And then the last one we have is Adelaide by Genevieve Wheeler. I heard Haley, I forgot her name. I want to say it's Bieber, but it's not because it's clearly Justin Bieber's wife. But it's Haley something on YouTube, and she raved about this book. She kind of went into it blind. And from my understanding, it is about a girl really trying to do everything she can to save her relationship, but eventually she chooses herself, and it's about self-healing, recovery, exploration, and getting over heartbreak. And I love the cover, first off, but I just think it's going to be great. In love, for 26-year-old Adelaide Williams, an American living in a dreamy London, meeting Rory Hughes was like a lightning bolt out of the blue. This charming Englishman was the one she wasn't looking for. Is it enough? Does he respond to texts, honor his commitments, make advanced plans? Sometimes, rarely, and no, not at all. But when he shines his light on her, the world makes sense, and Adelaide is convinced in his heart he's fallen just as deeply as she has. Then when Rory is rocked by an unexpected tragedy, Adelaide does everything in her power to hold him together, even if it means losing herself in the process. When love asks too much of us, how do we find the strength to put ourselves first? With unflinching honesty and heart, this relatable debut from a fresh new voice explores grief and mental health while capturing the timeless nature of what it's like to be young and in love with your friends, with your city, and with the person who will not love you back. Doesn't that sound like heartbreaking? Shit, look at this TBR. Literally, hold on, this is not going to end well. Look at all the books I want to read. Do we think we're going to get to them? No. But I will try to incorporate as many of these as I can into my monthly TBRs. I am hopeful. I want to read every single one of these books, and I think that summer is a great season to read them. Besties, I'm sitting here literally editing, and I totally skipped some new releases that I'm looking forward to. Reckless by Lauren Roberts. Not on my immediate TBR. Clearly, you can see all the books I have to work through, but definitely want to read it. Catherine Center's Rom-Commers. The Not a Love Story by Ashley Poston. And I think those are all of the ones that are on my immediate radar. If you have any new releases on your radar, please let me know in the comments, because I would love to explore newer releases that aren't the most hyped up and talked about. So I would appreciate any and all recommendations for new releases. Or it might not be a new release. Whatever you decide you want to share with me, I will appreciate. Okay, bye. back to the video. If you've read any of these, please let me know your thoughts and opinions and which ones I should like read yesterday. If you have a summer TBR, let me know what books you're looking forward to. Do we have any of the same ones, the same authors, or are we completely different? I would love to have a discussion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider subscribing and sticking around. I hope you are enjoying a great book, and I hope your coffee tastes great. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.